Do you sometimes leave the beaten trail behind? Whether skiing or hiking, off-trail routes are often more difficult, sinuous, and riddled with obstacles. They force us to take risks and step out of our comfort zone. But it's often on these unusual or uncharted paths that we make our greatest discoveries and take ourselves to new heights. That's what inspired the name of the Off-Trail program. This program invites your students to think outside the box, dare to take risks, try out new strategies, get to know themselves better, and approach life with confidence, perseverance, and goodwill. Off-Trail gives you the opportunity to help your students with the prevention of anxiety disorders and other adjustment disorders. Did you know that in 2022, 20% of high school students reported having received an anxiety-related diagnosis? This represented a 10% increase over 2010. Did you know that student opposition behaviors can be a symptom of anxiety? While some seek to avoid their fears by becoming invisible, others camouflage their anxiety with more externalized behaviors, such as opposition, aggression, and temper tantrums. As a result, many students who suffer from anxiety unfortunately fly under the radar. Did you know that, in addition to the psychosocial consequences, anxiety has a negative impact on student learning? Being overwhelmed by anxious thoughts makes students unavailable for new learning and information retention, not to mention negative consequences such as low self-esteem, isolation, and distress. That's why it's important to intervene early to limit the harmful long-term consequences and to help students acquire the tools they need to master their anxiety. That's why, for over 30 years, the World Health Organization has been promoting the importance of developing psychosocial skills. A growing concern about the development of these skills led Québec's Conseil supérieur de l'éducation to reclassify it as a top priority in recent years, with the aim of encouraging Quebec schools to integrate this aspect as a core component of their educational programs. And that's exactly what the Off-Trail program was designed to do. Yes, but you may be wondering, what's the connection between anxiety and psychosocial skills? By fostering the development of students' psychosocial skills, that is, their ability to meet the demands and challenges of everyday life, the Off-Trail program helps prevent anxiety disorders and other adjustment disorders. See how that works? Off-Trail is much more than a stress management program. It also helps your students develop the personal resources they need to face life's challenges. The Off-Trail program specifically promotes the development of these 6 psychosocial competencies in students: know and value oneself, manage emotions and stress effectively, ask for help when it's needed, be assertive in the face of social pressures, use pro-social behaviors including conflict management and positive communication, and use lifestyle habits that contribute to well-being. Off-Trail is an innovative, turnkey program based on a holistic approach comprising 3 essential components for developing these skills in your students. Let's take a quick dive into the student component. The student component includes 5 participatory workshops per school year, from kindergarten to grade 6. The workshops last approximately 40 minutes and are presented in class once every 2 weeks by a teacher or specialist from your school. These workshops are simple to run and easy to integrate into your curriculum planning, with everything you need to make the experience enjoyable for both you and your students. All this through a wide range of activities such as group and interactive games, impact techniques, group discussions and debates, breathing techniques, and mindfulness exercises. You've probably noticed our 2 endearing lead characters. This is Leo, and this is Charlie. They've been each other's best friends in the world ever since Charlie consoled Leo on the bus when they were on their way to Camp Off-Trail for their first excursion. What experiences they'll have at Camp Off-Trail throughout their primary school years. What if you offered your students an opportunity to go on an adventure with Leo and Charlie? Here's what an Off-Trail workshop activity guide looks like. An evocative title, clearly stated competencies and objectives, a scenario featuring our 2 adventurers to introduce each workshop in a fun and engaging way for your students, a complete activity described with simple, step-by-step instructions, theoretical information to help you deepen your knowledge, a challenge to offer your students at the end of the workshop ideas for reinvesting what they've learned over the long term, and suggestions for further reading. Supplementary fact sheets and teaching aids to facilitate your classroom activities, and handouts for your students. It's all there, it's as simple as that. To take things a step further, the student component of the off-trail program also includes complementary activities, such as a variety of mindfulness exercises and nature experiences to do with your students, and a toolkit to help them make an enjoyable transition to high school. Remember, the off-trail program uses a holistic approach to promote the development of psychosocial skills. The parents component includes various tools and a workshop on stress and anxiety developed specifically for your students' parents. They too are part of the solution. Invite them to team up with you. The school team component is for you. It also includes a range of tools, but these are dedicated entirely to you, including workshops to promote your own well-being and equip you to deal with stress and anxiety, as well as information supplements. Off-Trail invites you to contribute to creating a healthy and caring school climate, because you too are part of the solution, and your well-being is very important. An asset, not an add-on, a school principal once told us when describing the program. Off-Trail also provides an easy path for you to attain certain other integrated educational objectives. So, ready to head off the beaten trail and cross new frontiers? Because, after all, off-trail doesn't mean you're off base.